Good afternoon. It is the 6th of December, I guess. It was payday weekend, and I was looking at the money I raised. It's another $1,000. And as I was writing that check, I was like, man, I could use that $1,000 to do something. But you guys have been noticing I have been posting about this scandal that is going on all in these nonprofits. It's happening in the black community. It's happening here in Los Angeles and California. And these nonprofits, Democrat or Republican, they are taking tax dollars and they're funneling it through these organizations that aren't doing anything. Now, speaking as a Californian, $20 billion under Gavin Newsom alone is missing. And there's a big scandal here in regards to the homelessness issue, which our tax dollars was given to these nonprofits that have been found allegedly to have spent money lavishly on homes, cars, jewelry, all up and down the state. This is what's going on. So when you liberals are running around wondering why your services are being cut and why there's no money for you, it's because, number one, it's being stolen by both parties, and number two, to support people that should not be here to begin with. I get tired of arguing with people about illegal people that are getting medical services here. Of course, we don't want to see people dying in the streets. We're not going to see that. But you don't understand how the law works. When local municipalities run out of their funding, they then bill the federal government. So what Donald Trump is saying is we're not going to be doing that anymore because we don't know who you're treating and who you're not treating. And if we would stop giving these incentives to incentivize these people to come here the wrong way, maybe we'd have some more money to go to legalized Americans and people trying to be American that have got here the right way. Because it is a fact. That is how it's done. When these hospitals bust their budgets, treating people who should not be here, because we don't want people in the streets just dying, even though we have a bunch of veterans dying in the streets, a bunch of Americans dying in the streets, nobody gives a damn. But here in California for years, you could not go to the emergency room unless you were literally dying. Gunshot wound or something, because that's where the illegals would go to get their health care. And Donald Trump says we don't want to do that anymore. We have to stop incentivizing people to come here that should not be here in the right way. If you come here the right way, welcome. But I get tired of hearing all these Americans, liberals, complaining about what they ain't got and what the government ain't doing. It's hard to do that when you're voting for the government to do that. So, again, I've reached $3,400 in my goal, so I'm halfway there of what I've pledged to the homeless veterans in my community. And yeah, I'll be sitting here doing this a couple of weeks, a couple more, I don't know, months, whatever. And I'm also noticing this. Remember I told you guys the jobs that are available? Remember I told you guys that? I am noticing young Hispanic men and women, teenagers, that are coming to get these entry-level jobs. I don't see the black kids doing it at all. I'm not saying they're not doing it. I'm just saying I don't see them doing it. So the legal Mexican kids that are Americans are now applying for these jobs. I'm at Sunny Meat Hardware in my neighborhood, and every other day, I see young teenage Hispanics coming in asking for a job application. And we give them a job application. We might not be hiring right now, but we give them a job application. So I strongly recommend, if you got teenagers sitting at home, they go and apply for these jobs. You need job experience. And even if you don't get the job, the fact that you can go in there and interview and sell yourself, that is a plus for later on down the road. Don't fall for the college scam. It's a scam. You're just going to go into debt. Get a skill. get a skill. But I've seen young Hispanic people, they're doing it. So that's my rant for the day. You guys have a great one. Bye.